Go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say, indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. If I seem mentally preoccupied, it's because I had this privilege of finding out only after my stream. Indeed. And greeting. Okay. That didn't sound too crispy at least. I had some crispy audio. Do let me know if the audio is crispy. I think I know how to fix it. I think so. But all that aside, again, indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Today's stream topic is about showing ourselves what we're capable of doing. Uh, I don't know if I was vocal enough about the fact that it is, but there is a baby bird in the house with us right now. On my way to go and get my haircut, I see a little baby bird in the road. And if I just drove the way I drove, it would have been a part of the road. I'm sorry. And I couldn't stand by that, of course. So brought it inside. And as a result, we've been taking care of baby bird this whole time. You want to see baby bird? Baby bird just ate, so I shouldn't get pooped on. Because when you feed them, they poop as well. I'm back in a second. I am back in a second. Have some nature scene. Let me show them, yeah. Oh no, I'm not feeding you already again. It's like, oh wait, but let's go. Let's go. Dude. I forgot that I'm mic'd up and you probably can't hear everything. Here we come. Me and baby Burb. Woo! Yeah. You know, he's now been under our care for like 3 days. Got my haircut Tuesday, right? Oh, he would have been dead by now if we didn't take care of him. So I don't know if we're giving him the best life he could have had. Oh, you're not gonna fall. It's chill. It's chill. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I might get pooped on. This is true. It's a risk I'm willing to take. Oh, doing some preening. That's nice. There definitely is a little bit of food hanging from its beak. Oh, preening the little tail feathers. Woo! There you go. Oh, little Burby. I think it's gonna make it. I've been going back and forth in my own head though. Like, am I gonna take him with me? We do have 8 cats now, which might be a little bit much. Burby, look at him cleaning himself and stuff. He's doing some preening. Mm-mm-mm. So healthy, so strong. Hey, Kimberly. It's nice having you here, friend. I meant to tell you the next time I saw you, but that day, that first day that you joined and you let us know that you live in Tokyo, I happened to see a TV show on Netflix about motorcycles. It was also set in Tokyo, like in the far future. And it did have me thinking about you and was like, huh, what are the odds? Yeah, little Burby. I think this is the most energetic I've seen him yet. So today's stream topic was inspired by this little dude. I have been doing heinous things. At least in my own mind, they're pretty heinous. I've been catching bugs and then taking scissors to them until they're in small pieces. And then I proceed to feed those small pieces to this little burb. and it has been an experience, right? Like I've been purposefully like misstepping bugs and trying to, for the most part, be mindful of these creatures that live amongst me. And when I see bugs, I usually try and like step aside them. What type of bird is that? It's called an Indian myna, but we say India myna, basically. It's a little India myna. Yeah. And I'm chopping bugs up. I'm chopping bugs up with a pair of scissors, and putting them in a small little cup. I also have some peach. I have some peaches, and I have some pineapple as well that I'm chopping up with his food, with his bugs, and I'm like basically making bug fruit salad, bug fruit salad. Nice, and he loves it, or she loves it like a lot. You see that little tail wiggling? Like that tail wiggles extra when it gets to eat that good food. I was giving him or her, I was giving them some muesli, basically like rolled oats made very fine at first. And it was keeping them alive, but I don't know if it was necessarily nutrient dense, unfortunately. And then today, I I saw a massive millipede on the ground. The first thing I do is I Google whether or not they're poisonous stuff, poisonous to birds, and then I find out it's not, and then I do the unthinkable. This is melting me. Yo, you're so loved. You can feed them chopped boiled eggs for protein too. That's gonna be tonight's meal. I'm already thinking about making him some boiled eggs. That is gonna be the plan. But like the point I'm trying to get at is since upgrading his food, since giving him more fruit and bugs, you can literally see his whole demeanor change as well. Like the way his little feathers are like furling and the amount he's moving. Shh, see their little leg. Ooh, ooh. Give me some scratches. Ooh, scratchy. Ooh, ooh, scratchy. Ooh. Sometimes when I do that, he gives himself a good shake. I don't know if he's cold right now. He shouldn't be. Might just be getting to. You get on my finger? Huh? You get on my finger? You want to get some more food? Come on. Come on, climb on my finger. There you go. One finger. There we go. Oh. Little Burby. The way he closes his eyes with the pets. He does actually like it. Like sometimes he's a little bit more comfortable, but then I'll get into like the back of his neck. Those little pets. There we go. Oh, it's too much, he says. Too much. Oh, your little wings, he's moved. Yeah. Little baby. All right. Let's go and put him back again. He does have a little spot where you can feel safe and secure. I don't know if I should. I should probably move your friends a little bit more into the nature-esque scenes. Oh yes. He's still getting his balance right, and sometimes I'll do like a "Ooh, you're gonna fall!" Ooh, then he flies, or at least flutters little wings. Yee! Woo! Bro. All right, let's go put him away for now. I'm gonna wash my hands. Get back with your friends in a second. Oh, sorry. So yeah, that is what we were inspired by today. That little entity has shown me that I am incapable of things that I never thought I would ever do. And in doing so, I have learned more about myself. Thank you for rescuing that sweet baby. I am trying. He's been semi-rescued, right? If we had to like go down timelines, the timeline where we didn't bring him in and take care of him, very much dead by now. All right. Enough time has passed for him to not be okay anymore. So in that way, we've given him more life. Me coughing is now seen as a call to like pretty much any loud sound I think humans make now. You know, now like enough to trigger. Hello, here I am. Give me more food, please. Yeah, I don't know if we're feeding him too much. We're feeding him when he's hungry. I'm gonna assume that's the appropriate amount. I do feel a little bit flustered, it seems. Why? Um, what comes next is the question, right? When things like these happen, automatically my mind goes down the rabbit hole of what am I to do next? Realizing that there are a bunch of situations that I'm going to find myself in. Amongst them being a situation where there's a bunch of hungry cats, always on the lookout for something to eat. And if I raise a little Burby, like that Indian myna, maybe he's going to be friendly or at the very least close. He'll not go as far, and in doing so might stay too close to the home and get eaten by one of those cats potentially. So I have that as like a thing in the back of my mind. Maybe I can find him a new caretaker. Someone wants one. They're very cute. They're parrot-like. They can even mimic your words and stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking about it a lot. I skipped through some of your streams to hear you, and seeing you together was so beautiful. Love that it seemed so natural in person, as if I would expect any less. Morning, Mary Meltorians. Hey, Kelly. I haven't heard that one in a while. Good morning to you too, friend. Yeah, it was pretty natural. I feel the same. Fledglings typically get chatty when they get hungry. I'm sure you're doing fine. It's true. He does let us know, right? Like you're not gonna feed him and not feed him and get away with it. Like he'll, and every time you walk past him, he'll go, as birds do, you know. And then we're like, okay, put foodies. I have caught and a millipede, a shongololo, that big as well. And I fed a third of the millipede to him, and one full one of that other cricket. The two small ones are left. Did I get in here and see you digging around of a wild bird and see you? I mean, I don't know if you got in here a little bit late, but if you got in here 5 minutes ago, you probably did. And it's not a wild bird anymore. It's my bird at this point. It used to be a wild bird until I took it in. It was being wild in the middle of the road where I was driving. So I thought that might be extremely bad for their health. So I saw fit to do something about it. And as such, I did. And as such, it lives. It happened the day I cut my hair, actually, Sam. Talking about. I basically set the intention that I'm going to go cut my hair. And then I start driving. And then there's. I shouldn't say and then apparently for storytelling. And as I drive out of my driveway, there is a little baby bird in the way. Therefore, I brought it inside, taking care of it. I leave again and had to go through a few trials and tribulations, it feels, to actually get to the point where my hair did get cut. And then since then, that little baby bird has been in our home for the most part. We've been taking care of them. I only now felt comfortable that they've survived like 2 days, 2 full days, that they're strong enough to show them to you friends, because they can be pretty frail. This is some darling's web. It's one of the strains Anneke grew. Anneke is the wife of Tinus. Your friends do know who that is from the joint. That's good enough. There are people here again today to come and check this place out. And yesterday's stream topic was about what other people might think of us, right? And how that changes the way we behave or changes the way we even see ourselves. And I was sharing with a few friends some of the gripes I felt, like the uncomfortabilities, the discomfort, if you will, in them bringing other people here to potentially rent this place without telling them, without disclosing what's been happening here. So I took it upon myself when they were here today. Especially since yesterday, our whole lesson, our affirmation was that you should not care what other people think of you, because there are 8 billion others to think something of you. You should only care what you think of you, right? Because that's the only thing you can control for. And in that way, I think of me am someone who's willing to actually say something. And as such, I did. I said 2 somethings, actually. The first something I said was them talking about the alarm system. And then I go, oh yeah, you're going to need it. You're going to need that alarm system. It's going to be very helpful if you live here. Exceptionally so. And then there was at some point a splitting up, because this is a family with kids. This is a family with kids. They had 2 kids, 2 girls, right? And then the dad and the girls are on this side of the house, and the mom and the estate agent is on that side of the house. And I see them splitting, and I'm like, okay, this is my chance. And I walk up to the dad, right? And I can instantly see him close up, right? Like he literally like postures. I can see like his chest, and then he does this as I'm walking up to him. And I go, and I can like instantly dispel his like feelings. I'm like, hey, I just wanted to let you know that we had 5 break-ins here this year. You know, like that's important information. And he goes, oh yeah, the agent didn't say that. Like, yeah, that's why I'm making sure, right? They don't want to say it, I should. And that's the first time that I done that, right? All of the previous time people came, I would just not, right? In the way of, I don't want people to think or to see me in a certain way. I'm not going to be able, or at least I couldn't have been able to be that version of me that helps sell this place to a, unsuspecting victim, right? So I would just withdraw. I did just withdraw. I just did this as the equivalent of my self-image. And having talked about what we talked about yesterday and stepping into it in the way I did today, feels like the lesson has been affirmed. The change has been made. I will be a good person as much as I can. Feels like the least I can do, you know. Sorry, I'm back. We just had a blackout. I'm sorry to hear you had a blackout, Kimberly. I'm happy that the power is back. We have batteries these days. Not everything works with them though. 5 times in 1 year. Has the place been empty every time? This is a culture shock moment for me. This is a culture shock moment for me too, Kelly. This is not normal. This is not normal. This doesn't happen to anybody. I've lived in South Africa my whole life, and I've known a bunch of people who have lived in South Africa their whole lives. And when I tell them what's been happening here, everybody starts conspiracizing, right? Like that can almost not be right, right? It's so absurd. People think I'm the one that's lying. It is really absurd. And in that way, right, like it is a matter of openness. Like the place is accessible. The place is also close to an impoverished area. Like that's the reason this place is cheap as well, is because it is in an impoverished area. So there's like a bunch of contributing factors, and there's like a few different circumstances. So first break-in was basically just perimeter break-in, right? They came into the perimeter. Where I came from, it was okay for me to leave my things on my patio, right? For instance, if you had like an ashtray and you leave it on this outside table, you can expect that ashtray to still be there when you get back the next day. However, not here, right? There are some things they don't steal, unfortunately, but something they can steal, they have, right? And the first day, that was basically the lesson that I had to learn. I had a nice little black bag where I conveniently put all of my things together, my kalimba and my microphones and my Dynavap and my lighter and my grinder and my cards as well. My cards were also in there, technically speaking. And then the cards got taken out of the bag and the bag disappeared, right? So that was like the first. And my light, my little mini light was in there as well. So that was like the first like big yikes, where I was like, oh shit, this place is, and this was like, I think within the first 2 weeks of me staying here. So then things upgraded, of course, to, oh, my things are not safe outside. And then from that moment on forward, I didn't leave my things outside again. However, the second time around, the door was open. This door was open and the alarm was not activated. The alarm was not activated. So they literally came inside. Max at that point was sleeping on that side of the wall. Came inside, walked right past him, stole his cell phone that was laying next to his head on a little side table, right? Stole my speaker as well that was inside, my big JBL boombox. I love that thing so much. It was my Thor's hammer. It was my way, right? That got stolen, alongside with some of John's gear as well. But that's how much they could get away with, right? That's how much they could have in their hands. So that was the first breaking of in, right? When the door was open. Then the third time, they pried open one of these windows with like a pry bar. And fortunately, we heard the snapping of like the metal handle, right? Like they were prying it so that piece, like they probably thought it would like deform, but it just like tonged. And then that woke us and we, basically chased them away. And then the fourth time was with the car. So Jovan was coming over and I was packing all of my things. I had all of my pants and my toiletries and my underwear and my short clothing and my sleeping clothing, pretty much everything in one leather bag. And then I put that in the car so that I can leave, because I was going to leave early the next morning. So I can leave early and, get to where I'm going. And then the next morning I wake up, pretty relaxed. I'm feeling pretty good. There's a freaking fruit fly in my face. Wake up and I get this download, if you will. Someone tells me, oh, what happened to the car? And this is my mom's car, by the way. She lent me her car so that I have a better car to drive when Jovan came over. Bro, please. Sorry for hitting you. Do you see that freaking mini fly? I'm gonna have to kill him. Okay. Sorry. It's just like my brain constantly. So I parked my mom's car outside. She lent me the car, so I have a nice car to drive when Giovanna's here. And then I wake up to find out the back window has been broken and my bag has been stolen. So I drive to the police station to go and report the crime, and I drive through to Pretoria to fix the window, get all of that stuff done, have a great time with Jovan, come back here, stay here for I think another week and a half. And then they came in again, forced entry on the window all the way on that side. It has like a loose latch. Came inside, stole my battery, stole my laptop, stole another laptop, stole more stuff. And that was now. I really this bug needs to die. Please, dude. I'm hitting my microphone as well, so it's making me cringe extra. It's flying into my eyes and into my nose. I'm losing my mind. Dude, you need to stop. Oh, he's still there. And that was the last time. That was the last time, at least, the first time. I think I got him. All right, back again. So yeah, it is time to leave, and that is the plan at least. No, Kelly, special circumstances over here, likely having to do with lower than market rent designed to entice potential targets. Yeah, it does have that kind of vibe. Sound that makes it worse. I guess I'm sheltered, but also have a minimum of 5 dogs in the house at all times. I live in a big city and never lock my doors because I lose my keys. That's the way it should be, Kelly. That is the way it should be, right? Like I get, yeah. And you know what? We can bring this into a topic relevant lens. Today's stream topic is about realizing what you're capable of, showing yourself what you're capable of. And in circumstances like these, where you feel like your home sanctity is being invaded, right? Your mental sanctity, like the things you think about, the way you feel about the world. I felt this year that I've been capable of more darkness than ever before, right? Like having these dark thoughts about these individuals who would break into my home and steal my things, right? Feeling like entities like these shouldn't exist on planet Earth. Thinking about all of the harm they're going to do to people in the future still. Thinking about all of the harm they're doing to me and all of the people in my life as well, right? Like it's a little bit harder for you to be nice and compassionate and kind to other people if you have this idea in your head that other people are trying to fuck you over, right? And if you're one of the people who fucks others over, you're literally making the world worse for everybody, including yourself, because you're living as a criminal. Taking things from people, literally taking them from them, coming into their house in the middle of the night. Like cannot even imagine that. I really can't. And to me, it's like, if we're playing some sort of game, How do you win? How do you win? There's only one way to win that game, and it's for it to stop indefinitely, right? Zero summing it, fuck it. Like it's rough. And I think maybe that is what today's stream topic is about. That for me, the lesson did come in my capacity to take a pair of scissors to bugs, to make sure they're in small pieces enough so I can feed my little bird. All right. But in the same way, that same extreme capacity becomes awakened in circumstances that you might not never have experienced, right? I might not have seen that little bird and then wouldn't have been expected to chop up bugs, right? And now because I did get little bird, now I'm chopping up bugs, and I feel like it's a big thing. Sorry, it's a big thing that people are not giving due diligence to when they are living this life. But a part of me would like to have a conversation with them as well. Like, is there any redemption? Is there any coming back from that? Like, are you gonna ever become a good person? Are you ever gonna try and contribute to society, to your species in a meaningful way, or are you just going to keep stealing from them? Right? Literally reducing. Other people work hard and build, and then you steal from them. What kind of life is that? It pisses me off. I'm sorry you've had to experience that, Mel. I'm so angry, not knowing what to do with all that energy. Leaving sounds like the right path. Find a sanctity to call home. Yeah, killing. I think that's in part something I'm worried about. Maybe that's something to look forward to in this adventure I'm going to go on. I'll have to show myself what I'm capable of when it comes to finding sanctity within myself. Because I'm not going to find sanctity with where I'm going next necessarily. I'll find sanctity in the quiet moments, right? But in the same way, something will be stolen from me, right? In this case, it will probably be my authenticity. At least in that way, this place has allowed me to express myself very authentically. I haven't been challenged in my authentic expression, which is something I've really appreciated. And that is not me trying to not grow, right? I'm saying that in me being myself, people don't see problems in that. People don't challenge me just being myself, where I know for a fact that that is going to happen when I go back home, right? Right. And in that way, some peace, some sanctity, some calm is going to be taken from me. All right. And it is this weird sense. I feel like I'm almost discovering something in my own mind right now as well. Right. This act of feeling spiritually stolen from. And I feel spiritually stolen from specifically when there is no acknowledgement of me as a person and the things that I hold dear in my heart. Right? At what point do you stop believing the other person doesn't know what they're talking about? I'm trying to think about the right words to say. What is the right words to say and getting someone to just let you be? Right? Because I think that's in part the problem, right? That this relationship my dad has with me, he doesn't even see me as a person. And I know that sounds very, Mel is being a drama queen, but hear me out, right? In this journey of becoming what I am, who I am, my dad was very absent, right? First, when I went from being a child to being a teenager, my dad was working outside of the country. And for like tax reasons here in South Africa, if you work outside of the country for 163 days out of the year, you don't pay tax. So my dad, rightfully did that, which means that for more than half the year, technically speaking, there was no dad, right? While I am a teenager, while I'm in that state of, I'm now becoming a man. And then there's, dad not here. And when he is here, he's working on the farm, right? Doing other things. Because there's always something that was, at least to me, in his mind, more important, right? And then as a result of that, in me seeing that importance is interestingly measured in this relationship we're in, I had to find some sort of solace, some sort of certainty and understanding by myself about what's going on here. Because I didn't feel I had guidance. I didn't feel I had religious upbringing, but that's not the same thing as guidance, right? You telling me to be Christian doesn't make me a good person, as an example, right? So I had to do it my own way. And my own way, at that point especially, was rebellion, right? Because I was like, okay, if I'm not going to be supported in the way it's supposed to be, then I'm going to be the way I'm supposed to not. And I did that. And as a result, that kind of anchored me in my dad's mind as counter just for the sake of it. That I wanted to be in opposition because, that's how it is. And oppositional defiance is a thing. And I do believe I have that because this is not a new occurrence. This happened when I was a child as well. It just became a little bit more intellectual, right? It went from, I don't want to do that, gesturing broadly at responsibility and norm, to I don't want to do that, gesturing broadly at dogma, again, norms and social expectations, right? And that is a lot more difficult. Me not wanting to take a bath or not wanting to go to bed at an appropriate time is a lot easier of a problem to deal with than me not believing in your religion anymore. So my dad, being an engineer, saw me as a problem to be solved, right? His worldview says that Christianity is correct, and the fact that his child says that Christianity is incorrect means that there is some sort of problem, right? And I, in his mind, and that's where the whole he doesn't see me as a person thing comes in. I, in his mind, represent a placeholder that is the general, broad spectrum, in his mind, new age hippie atheist, right? That I am almost that person in the world that stopped believing in God, and my dad is that person in the world that's supposed to convince that person who stopped believing to start believing in God again, right? And ever since that has been like my dad's way of operating when he looks at me, where he sees a problem to be solved. We've not had a good relationship. Big surprise, right? Because instead of just being accepted, instead of just being loved for my unique expression, I am told that I'm wrong. I am told that I'm lost. I am told that my mind is warped. I am told that I am unsaved. I am told that I need to find the right way. And again, it comes up in us so strongly that it feels like you're being told that everything you've been doing is the wrong way in that case. A part of the rules I'm going to have to follow upon going home is I'm not allowed to pull cards anymore, friends. No more cards. Because in my dad's words, My siel bots daarmee. And he says, Sacra Geometra. Sacra Geo, that's what he said. Sacra Geo Carta. Sacra Geo Carta. And I go, and he literally, so my siel botstamia directly translates to my soul is in conflict with it, right? From a Christian perspective specifically, right? Like his Christian intuition is telling him my cards are satanic. That's essentially the vibe, right? Like in the same way, your mom, your like ultra conservative Christian mom tells you you're not allowed to watch Dragon Ball Z because it's made by the devil. Geometry. And it says, sacred geometry is the study of the spiritual and symbolic meaning of geometric patterns, shapes, and proportions in nature. It's based on the idea that the universe is governed by a divine creator and that the order of the universe can be observed in nature. Right? And then I go, as Papa Cecile with my sacred geometry card, the box, dan bly hulle in 'n box. Which directly translates to, if your soul is clashing with my sacred geometry cards, then I'll leave them in the box. Right? Because that's now one of the other things, and I'm not allowed to have sacred geometry cards in his Christian house. Because I'm really sataning it up in here. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, Kristen. It's nice having you here, friend. We love you. My soul is in conflict with it. His soul is going to be in conflict with a lot of shit on a daily basis. And Jesus told him he has to deal with it. No, in fact, I have to deal with it, actually, son. He doesn't have to deal with anything. Every problem that he perceives I need to fix ASAP. All right. And as long as I keep doing that, he's happy. Right. So just a little bit of this for a while. If your eye causes you to sin, does that not mean that you get to go after the thing that tempts you into sin? It means you have to watch your ass and your ass only. I mean, like again, for me, it's the ignorance. Right? Like I am a very, I'm coming back to this. I believe at least. I am a very open-minded person, and I'm very willing to hold an idea in my mind. I don't know why, but this green suddenly looked a shade of yellow to me. I think it is. This one is now green. Why is it doing that? Okay, now this is just on. See if I turn it back on again. It's yellow again. I don't know what's happening. I'm so scared that I broke my freaking poor microphone or something. Hey Google, DJI mic has a little yellow icon.
Sorry, I can't help with that. You can control smart home devices.
You're so useless. Oh, I really dislike the Google Gemini. Like, it's so trash. Oh, it's pissing me off now retroactively. DJI Mic 2, yellow icon. Oh, solid yellow. Noise reduction is enabled when the transmitter is linked. So this is without noise cancellation, and this is with noise cancellation. Is one better than the other? How did I turn that on? Tapping. Swipe up and tapping. No. You can enable noise cancellation, selecting the transmitter, swiping up and then tapping. Sorry about that. Disconnected for a second. This thing is still, I can't tell the difference between the mics. Perhaps if you had a bag of chips. My mind is just like I'm tripping out about the fact that I was swinging at that little bug and it wasn't like that before, and then it was like that after. So okay, I think if I just press it, nice, that's how it works. That was less painful than it was supposed to be. So this is what it sounds like without noise cancellation. It does not have noise cancellation, but I think I'll keep it open for now. You friends let me know. We could all fight over the bag like animals. Don't get me started with the chips. I did get some ruffles from Jovan, which he did come over. They were really good. I can. Then yes, they were pretty spectacular. I think I got cream cheese and chives ruffles, right? I don't know if I had the cheddar ones. Maybe it was the cheddar ones. Might have been. But since we literally have only 2 days left of being able to pull my sacred geometry cards, we might as well, get some. Cheddar ruffles makes notes. Jovan can be soothed with cheddar ruffles. They are definitely abundantly good and good in abundance. Clickety, 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 clickety. Girl, it's an actual weakness. There's one of those bugs again in my face. Bro, the last dude who tried died. You better excuse yourself into the world. Oh, we pulled 2. Yeah, let's read what the Satanism says today. I wonder if my dad has listened to one of these card reads. I should let him pull one. I'm getting angry. I can feel myself getting angry because it feels like an injustice. It's like, who the fuck, bro? Who the fuck do you think you are? To try and police sacred geometry. What are you gonna do next? Start stepping on freaking snails? Sacred geometry spirals? Not on my watch. Like, what the fuck? We pulled some good cards. The opposite, the way I'm reacting, we pulled the opposite kind of cards. My weakness is chocolate milk and gas station, taquitos. It's like the gastric Olympics, and I'm both winner and spectator. Anyway, Heart Taurus. Heart Taurus, yes. That's one of the cards we pulled. And the other one is Emissary of Love. Yeah, a Taurus. Oh no. Oh no, not a Taurus. That's too much. That's too much for me. Sataning so hard. Let's hear how we're being manipulated into the dark side this day. Yes, intelligence of the heart. Don't you dare. Don't you dare let your heart be intelligent. The Taurus is a piece of sacred geometry that, when viewed as three-dimensional, looks rather like a donut. The human heart has 7 muscles that form a torus, and it is the shape of the Earth's magnetic field. This toroidal energy connects you with the intelligence of your heart and asks you to become conscious of the effect emotions have on your ability to experience life wholly. Emotions open your heart and can lead to a deeper connection of self and others, allowing you to feel more at peace and in balance. Emotions can also baffle your intellect and stir up confusion. Oh, yeah. My dad is definitely one of those who lets emotion baffle his intellect and stir up confusion. Because there's absolutely nothing intelligent about telling your son he's not allowed to have sacred geometry cards, right? But it is definitely a confused thing to be doing. Integrating head and heart, mind and emotions is the expression and the function of the intelligence of your heart. Meditate with the heart torus. Sit within its dynamic movement and really feel its vitality as you knowingly connect with your heart. Consciously experience the emotions that arise. Bless what you are feeling and ask how this may inform what is occurring in your life at this time. Allow yourself to feel gratitude for your very human ability to experience emotions. Honor the intelligence of your heart. Bro, this bug that is in my face again. Is it the intelligence of my heart to get enraged by such things? Maybe if I had worse eyesight, it would be better for me. It's not here right now, at least. But it does skizz me extremely hard. Stay out of my face, please. Taquitos? Taquitos? That's the right way to say it. If you've been saying it somewhere else, catch up. Do you buy chocolate milk in the jug or mix it yourself? Chocolate milk in the jug, man. Mixing it thyself is like a lie you begin telling yourself the moment the chocolate syrup hits the cart. To think that you could do it better is sacrilege. Here in South Africa, we don't do chocolate syrup. We do chocolate powder, or at least we used to. And it is pretty good. There it is again. You'll get slayed, bro. Stay away from me. I'll read the second card on the second stream. Emissaries of the Heart. There's gonna be some challenges. It's true. I thank you, friends, for showing up for these moments with me. For showing me that I am capable of more than I know. Right? This experience, this next one that comes, will show us more of the same. I thank you, friends, for joining me. I'll see you again in the next one. Bless you, friends.